Hello everyone, my name is Fan Forever, and welcome back to the New York Jets franchise here on Madden 20. You got a divisional game for you here today between the New York Jets and the New England Patriots. MetLife Stadium is our venue for Monday Night Football here, as New York is wearing all green, Cam Newton and the Patriots in white jerseys and navy blue pants. New York dropped their game last week 49-10 to Dallas and are looking for some more positives to follow up that dismal performance. The secondary did not play well. Sam Darnold didn't get a whole lot of help from the run game. Le'Veon Bell had less than 60 or 70 yards there. But Jamison Crowder at least had 10 catches for a $154. Didn't find the end zone, but it's only a matter of time with the way he's been playing. New England leads the division. They're 4-2. New York is 0-5, having lost their first 5 games to open the season. Adam Gase has been fired. It's Paul Richard's time to try and turn this team into a contender as we are underway here in New York. Marquise Lee back to return. He won't get a chance as this one sails out the back of the end zone. So Cam Newton and company will start from their own 25. Newton's got 15 touchdowns, just 3 interceptions on the year, just shy of 1,600 yards, and he's a big reason why this New England squad is 4-2. Starting under center from their own 25-yard line, handoff goes to Sony Michel, who breaks a tackle and powers ahead to the 30-yard line. He's taken down by Jordan Willis. David Andrews is the centerpiece of this offensive line that's got enough pieces to block for people like Sony Michel, N'Keal Harry, Julian Edelman, and Ryan Izzo, who had 10 catches for over 100 yards last week. Newton in the shotgun, 2nd and 5. Again, the handoff goes to Michel, and he's wrapped up shy of the marker by C.J. Mosley, the Jets' leading tackler. This defense really struggled last week. They gave up big plays in the ground game, through the air, but they're unchanged going into this week. Coach Paul Richard has said that he wants to see what these guys are capable of and believes that a 1-week audition isn't enough time to figure that out. So 3rd and 1 here at the 34-yard line. Newton hands off to Michel, who cuts to the right, is met right at the sticks and powers ahead to the 38-yard line. Good tough running there by Sony Michel. You gotta have more than one tackler on him here if you're New York. Now spreading the field out, 5 wide receivers. Cam Newton, 3-step drop, firing over the middle. He's got N'Keal Harry in plus territory. He's to the New York 44-yard line. So 3 straight runs to start, then they go to the air. What will they do on first down here? Julian Edelman in motion in from his spot out left. Newton back to pass, looking over the center. He'll find Edelman for a short gain. 2nd and 5 coming up here. Play action to Michel, looking down the field, and Newton's got Ryan Izzo at the 20-yard line. So 3 straight runs now, 3 straight passes. And New England is cooking. They're at the edge of the red zone here. Ball on the 20-yard line on the left hash. Newton firing short for Ryan Izzo, who breaks a tackle. And he's down to the 13-yard line. 2nd and 3, 4 wide receivers looking Izzo's direction again, but it goes to N'Keal Harry. And his goal to go New England from the 6. Newton again to the air. This time is caught by Ryan Izzo in the flat, and he's met at the 5-yard line, so 2nd and goal. Now with a heavy set, 3 tight ends and the fullback in the game. Play action. Newton rolls to his right, back to the left, resets, dancing in the pocket, and down he goes. It's Jordan Jenkins with the sack, and that was a coverage sack if I ever saw one. Great job by the secondary. The 3rd and goal, New England from the 10. Newton in the split shotgun. He's back to pass. Stepping up in the pocket, he'll fire short for Rex Burkhead, fighting his way down to the 5, holding on to the football, and New England will be forced to kick a field goal. Sam Darnold did not throw a pick last week, and he looked pretty good, all things considered. He's playing behind a leaky offensive line and without a running game. Didn't play too poorly. I was impressed with his play. First handoff goes to Le'Veon Bell, who makes a move and picks up 6 on his first carry. The Jets did not get a whole lot of production from him last week. He had no lanes to run through and really struggled to get yards after contacts. So we'll see if they get him going here. Jamison Crowder in motion from the left slot. They hand off to him. He cuts up field and he's stopped after a gain of maybe 1. That will make it 3rd and 3. Now New York's turn to spread the field. 5 wide. Darnold in the shotgun. Looking to the left after a pump fake to the right, and it's a first down to Jamison Crowder, who's been our best wide receiver through these first couple of games. First down handoff to Le'Veon Bell, and he's met in the backfield by Adam Butler. This New England defense, they get better the further back you go. Jonte Hightower and Chase Winovich, but look at this secondary. The brothers McCourty, you've got Adrian Phillips and Jonathan Jones, Stephon Gilmore. This is a really solid defensive secondary here as Darnold finds his tight end Griffin for a first down. Now they're in plus territory. Play action looking down the field. The throw to Rashad Perryman is caught down at the 25-yard line, and New York is on the move inside New England territory. This is the opening drive you want if you're New York. Try and take the lead. Play with the lead for once. As Le'Veon Bell gets maybe 2 on first down. Same formation, bunch to the left. Darnold drifting back in the pocket. Pressure incoming. He fires the end zone. It's incomplete. He had Chris Hogan, may have had 6, and just overthrew him looking to the end zone here. So 3rd and 8. Darnold takes a snap, drifting back in the pocket, rolling to his right, firing back across his body into coverage. That's on target for Griffin, but it won't be enough to move the sticks, and New York will tie the game at 3. From their own 25, hand up goes to Michel. He bounces off a tackle, turns up field, and he'll be close to the first down. Marcus May on the stop. It's 2nd and inches here. Newton going under center, and there's some movement up front. This looks like a false start. So 2nd and inches becomes 2nd and 5. As the usually disciplined New England Patriots are backed up a couple of paces. Newton to the air on 2nd down, rolling to the right, and he is sacked. Met in the backfield, it's Jenkins again. So 3rd and 10 following the sack. It's a long 3rd down for Cam Newton. A deep drop for Newton. Doesn't like what he sees, checks it down to Rex Burkhead. It'll be a gain of just 1, and that will force a New England punt. So perhaps some life from the New York defense here. What can the offense do? Le'Veon Bell breaks an arm tackle and gets maybe 3 on his 4th carry. They like going to him on first down here. But it hasn't exactly been successful. 2nd down handoff, Bell to the outside. He's got a lane. Doesn't have the speed he used to, and he's caught after a gain of about 6. It'll be 3rd and 1. The fullback Wesco in the game. Le'Veon Bell, the deep backfield handoff to Bell for the 3rd straight time, and he'll reward them with 3 yards and a fresh set of downs. Darnold again under center. He'll hand off to Frank Gore. Still fighting up to the 39-yard line. It's a first down gain of 3. 2nd and 7. The receiver's in tight. Darnold with a 5-step drop, drifting back. He's looking towards the left sideline. He's off the mark. This will be a holding call that backs up New York. Alex Lewis, the left guard. So instead of 3rd and 7, it'll be 2nd and 17 here. Darnold in the shotgun. Taking a look at his matchups around the field. Drifting back. Firing. And it's knocked away. Stephon Gilmore. He's looking for Jamison Crowder there, and you have to think that a better throw could have had a first down here. Instead, it's 3rd and 17. Looking up the seam against cover 2. Knocked away from Ryan Griffin, who can't make the catch in front of Adrian Phillips. That would have been first down yardage. Instead, It's another punt. New England consistently starting from their 25 years. A handoff to Sony Michel. Bounces off one tackle. He'll pick up about 2 on his 5th carry. 2nd and 8. Newton to the air. All day for Newton. Firing downfield. Jump ball off N'Keal Harry and dropped. Avery Williamson had a shot. Marcus May forcing the incompletion. And it's 3rd and 8. Newton with a 3-step drop from the shotgun. All day, taking off now. Looking to run. He's met at the sticks and denied. Pierre Desir and C.J. Mosley combined for a big 3rd down stop. And New England is forced to punt. Sam Darnold handing off to Le'Veon Bell, and he's stopped by Dante Hightower after no gain. 2nd and 10 coming up here. Darnold oddling at the line of scrimmage. Play action. On the run. Looking for that deep comeback route, and it's off the mark again. Very quickly, it's 3rd and 10. Darnold takes the snap. Again, drifting back in the pocket. Firing left for Bell, and he's well off the mark. So, several misfires so far by Sam Darnold. But this defense, at least, has been making plays. They've held New England to 3 points. They've got a couple of sacks, courtesy of Jordan Jenkins. And all in all, they're playing pretty well. They're not letting Sony Michel get too many yards after contact. They're wrapping up and making tackles, which was a struggle for them last week against the likes of CeeDee Lamb and Amari Cooper. And New England starts their drive from their own 32-yard line. Handoff to Michel will gain about 5. He's been consistent, if unspectacular, so far for New England. Delayed give to Michel. He'll have 1st down yardage before he's met and stopped at the 44. 1st and 10, New England. 3 wide receivers to the right. Michel to Newton's left in the shotgun is play action. Firing short and nearly picked off. C.J. Mosley in coverage there. He's been our best defensive player and just couldn't make the play there as the shot goes to Ryan Izzo, who breaks a tackle, falls ahead to the New York 43, and it'll be 1st and 10. Double A gap look, handoff to Michel, who falls ahead for about 5. Again, double A gap look from New York, handoff to Burkhead, and he's stopped by Quinion Williams at the 36-yard line. After a gain of just 2, it's 3rd and 3. Newton from the shotgun. Another handoff to Michel, and he's denied. Guess who? It's C.J. Mosley. From his middle linebacker slot, he stops New England shy of the marker, and they're sending out Randy Bullock and the field goal unit. This is 52.5 yards, and that is well off the mark. Wide right and too low. He's kicking into a stiff wind here, but as it is, it gives New York good field position at their own 42-yard line. Off play action, Darnold down the field. He's got his man. Brashad Perryman at the 37 of New England. And just like that, New York has flipped the field. 1st and 10 Jets. As a handoff goes to Le'Veon Bell. He starts right, cuts up the middle, and he'll have about 6, maybe 5. 2nd and 5 coming up here. Heavy set again, the handoff to Bell. He cuts to the left, has a 1st down, and he lost the football. Jason McCourty ripped it out as Le'Veon Bell fails to secure the ball at the end of that run. He's surrounded by Patriot defenders and just doesn't protect the football. So a promising drive grinds to a halt, or should I say skids to a stop, as here's Sony Michel breaking tackles up to the 43. He's got 62 yards on 10 carries, a lot of them coming on that last carry right there, as they'll go back to Michel on 2nd down, and Jordan Jenkins again in the backfield. That's his 3rd tackle for a loss if you count his 2 sacks. It's 2nd and 11. The fullback Taylor in the game will hand off to Michel. He bounces to the left and he's met. It's C.J. Mosley again in the backfield at the 2-minute warning. And here it'll be 3rd and 13. So if New York can get a stop here, they'll have a good chance and some time 2 or 3 timeouts as Newton takes off, and he is sacked. Jordan Jenkins brings him down, and Cam Newton is shaken up, so New England has to use their timeout. That's the 3rd sack for Jenkins. As they're taking Cam Newton off the field. He's able to put some weight on that left leg there, but holding it gingerly as New York sets up a screen from their own 20. Le'Veon Bell blockers in front of him. He's across the 40 and driven down at the 41-yard line. No huddle is called. Sam Darnold trying to figure out which play to call. Trying to get the troops going. The clock continues to run as he finally gets people out into their formation. Back to pass, he fires Perryman underneath for a gain of about 5. That was not the best 2-minute drill you've seen so far. As minute 5 to go, firing outside, it's picked off. Jonathan Jones with Green in front of him. He's just got 2 linemen to beat, and he's tackled out of bounds at the 11-yard line. He just jumped that flood route there. Jumped the deep out route, and instead of being in a position to score points, suddenly it's New England with 2 timeouts and just under a minute to go. Just 11 yards. And they'll be up 10-7. Jarrett Stidham is the only remaining quarterback on this New England roster. He fires short for a gain of just 3. It'll be 2nd and 7 from the New York 8. Edelman in motion inside. Stidham back to pass. Firing short for Sony Michel, who's met at the 6. Clock continues to run. It's under 30 seconds. 3rd and 5. Pressure is brought. Stidham fires and is caught. Touchdown, Marquise Lee. And just like that, it's 10-3 New England. New York had a chance to put points on the board. They head back to the air here on 1st down. They've got 3 timeouts and maybe a chance to get in field goal range, but another holding call, this time on George Fant, the right tackle, will bring us to halftime. You have to think that the Jets are in this one. They're playing really well on defense. I can't blame them for giving up that last touchdown. As that was a really short field, but all in all, they've been playing well and limiting drives and opportunities for New England. The offense, on the other hand, just has been able to sustain drives. We've given up 2 turnovers already. So that's not really a recipe for winning football. We take a look at some games around the league here. We play Miami in a couple of weeks. They lost to our division rivals, the Buffalo Bills, 19-13. The Vikings, who are the only other winless team in the league, lost to Detroit, 17-6. Whereas it looks like the only undefeated team, San Francisco, tied with the Washington football team, 17-17. Here in New York, it's been kind of a mixed bag, as I said, for New York. Defense is playing well. Sam Darnold just 8 of 15 for 93 yards and a pick. Le'Veon Bell hasn't really gotten going just yet. So we'll see what the offense can do here. They start with the ball at their own 24. Darnold rolling, and he's sacked. It's Dietrich Wise Jr. beating George Fant. So 2nd and 21. Well behind the sticks for 2nd down as they hand off to Le'Veon Bell, who runs into his own man. And he's spotted at the 12-yard line. So 3rd and 22. Exactly the start you wanted if you are New York. As around the edge is Dietrich Wise again. Darnold is planted at his own 4-yard line. Lucky he held on to that. That was a huge hit. As out comes Mann to punt. He's been our MVP so far, if there is such a thing. He's got a great leg, and here's Edelman on the return. He'll return it to the New York 48, so another short field here for New England. We have gotten word Cam Newton is expected to miss the rest of the game. His injury is not serious, but it's serious enough that they are keeping him out for further precaution. He's expected to return next week. as Stidham has the New England Patriots on the move. Down to the 31 with time. He fires for N'Keal Harry, who's got first down yardage to the 19. Already in the red zone. It took him just 2 plays. The handoff goes to Sony Michel, and he's taken down by Henry Anderson after a gain of just 1. 2 tight ends to the left, 2 wide receivers to the right. Michel gets the call again, and he's denied any yardage by Marcus May. Met in the backfield for a loss of 2. It's 3rd and 10. It'd be huge if New York can get a stop here and just force a field goal. Send him back to the air, firing downfield. He's got N'Keal Harry, who's into the end zone for a New England touchdown. A cover 6 look there on defense, and N'Keal Harry's able to split the safeties for a 17-3 New England lead. Sam Darnold's back to the air. He finds Chris Hogan, the 3rd wide receiver, for a gain of 6. 2nd and 4, firing short for Griffin, who's going to be close to the marker. They'll say it's 3rd and inches. Darnold is over 100 yards on that throw. Le'Veon Bell, the lone back. Safety creeping up. Hard count from Darnold. No one jumps. Le'Veon Bell will have 3 yards or 4 yards in the first. 3 tight end look. Le'Veon Bell gets the call. Gain of just 1. 13 carries for 40 yards for Le'Veon Bell. He's just over 3 yards a carry again this week, as Darnold again back to the air, firing downfield for Crowder. It's off the mark. And it's 3rd and long. 3rd and long coming up here from the 40. Darnold standing at his own 35. 3-step drop, pump fake, looking over the middle. He's intercepted. It's Jawan Bentley returning to the 34-yard line. He's the middle linebacker on this Patriots team, not named Dante Hightower, and he makes the play here, giving New England excellent field position. The handoff to Michel is denied after a gain of about 1 or 2. 3 wide receivers here on 2nd down. Stidham in the shotgun. He'll hand off to to Michel again. Pierre Desir in the backfield. It's 3rd and 9. This is probably on the edge of field goal range for New England, as Stidham is back to pass, stepping up, and he fires to N'Keal Harry, who's got another New England first down. Stidham 7 of 7 for 73 yards and 2 scores since taking over for Cam Newton late in the first half. A deep drop here from under center. The pass goes out to Izzo, and it'll be a gain of just 2. 2nd and 8. Stidham to the air, firing short for Izzo, who's been his favorite target, and it's a gain of 3. 3rd and 5 here. New York would love to get a stop, but that's still no guarantee that their offense is going to get anything done. 5 wide, Stidham to the end zone. He's got his man, and it's out of bounds. Stidham overthrowing Ryan Izzo, and New York has to settle. So 20-3 ball game here, as it's play action for Darnold rolling to his right, and he's sacked. A huge loss as Dietrich Wise again with his 3rd sack, and it's 2nd and 19. Darnold just hasn't been feeling the pressure well today. He's been under pressure. He's thrown a couple of interceptions, and he rolls right into another sack. This time it's Brandon Copeland. It's 3rd and 26. Darnold again under pressure. He's hit as he throws, firing it deep into triple coverage. Crowder can't come down with it, but neither can any Patriots. And it's another punt, another short field for New England. Handoff to Michel, who's got an opening to the right side into Jet territory, and he's taken down by May at the 41-yard line. 17 carries, 75 yards for Sony Michel, who's been a quantity over quality guy. He hasn't made a whole lot of big plays, but he's been consistent, getting 3, 4, and 5 yards every time you give him the ball. This time in the I formation, they'll hand off to Michel again, running to the right side. They've had a lot of success there. And it'll be 3rd and 5. New York showing double A gap pressure. They send 6 to them, firing outside for Michelle, who's going to have the first down to the 27-yard line. That will bring us to the end of the third quarter. It's 20-3 in favor of New England. The Jets have not scored since their opening possession. As Michelle conservatively running, but he has a big lane and he's untouched into the end zone. Sony Michel, the dagger in this one, is 27-3. As New York just hasn't shown the kind of firepower or ball movement on offense that you want from a team that's down 24 points going into the fourth quarter here. As Le'Veon Bell is stopped after a gain of 1, Dietrich Wise has just been giving George Fant all he can handle and more. 2 receivers to his left, hard count from Darnold, pump fake. Looking back over the middle, he's got Denzel Mims for about 9 yards. 3rd and 1 coming up here. Darnold firing, and he's picked off. It's Jawan Bentley for the second time. Darnold just not seeing the middle of the field well. And it's another short field for New England. Another turnover for Sam Darnold. That's his 3rd interception. As Michelle gets the call on first down, 2nd and 6. New England trying to put this one away. You could argue it's already over with the way Sam Darnold and the offense have been playing, but the defense, at least, has been making their plays in the run game. Michelle's over 100 yards at this point, but he's had to work to get there. As it's 3rd and 6, Stidham firing left, and Izzo's going to have the first down. Ryan Izzo has been a sure-handed, reliable target for Jarrett Stidham so far in this one. Hand off to Michelle, he bounces out to the left. Sony Michel down to the 30-yard line as Julian Edelman is shaken up on this play. It's 2nd and 3 from the 30-yard line. Hand off to Sony Michel, he's tripped up and taken down after he picks up the first down. 2nd and 7, a little bit later in the I formation. 3 tight ends. It's play action. Everyone covered downfield. Stidham rolling left, resetting, and he's sacked. It's Jordan Willis at the 34-yard line. So 3rd and 18 coming up. It's a huge loss for New England, as the secondary can play off here and try and prevent a first down and hold New England to a field goal. 3rd and 18, they hand off to Michel, and he's stopped by Henry Anderson and C.J. Mosley at the 33-yard line. Anderson celebrating one of the few things his defense has to celebrate so far today. They've played well, though. The score does not reflect the defense's shortcomings today. I thought they played pretty well, as Bullock is low and right for the second time. This one from 50 yards. He missed again. So can Sam Darnold do anything with a short field here? Le'Veon Bell to his right. Play action. Firing over the middle. He's got Jamison Crowder down to the New England 35. That's one of his better throws on the day off. Play action. Again, Darnold back to the air, looking left. He's got Crowder, who bounces off a tackle, spins back inside, and maybe gets 1. Darnold just 13 of 24. He's got 3 interceptions on the day. Now with the bunch set to the left, Le'Veon Bell gets the carry, and one of his better runs coming at the end of this one. So 2 first downs on this drive. New York at the 24-yard line. Darnold rolling to his right, firing late for his tight end Brown, who hauls it in. Nice catch in traffic, but only 2 yards. 2nd and 8 coming up here. Darnold the man open, and wow, that's airmailed towards the cheerleaders. He missed by a lot on this one, and Darnold just been off the mark so far today. Play action rolling to his left. Darnold on the... No, he's hit. He couldn't get that throw off. The ball's on the ground, and Mekhi Becton, the left tackle, recovers. 4th and 14, and it looks like New York is just going to go for this. Split backfield, Ryan Griffin, the tight end, heading up the seam, looking that way, and Griffin can't hang on despite the huge hit. That's one you want to see him have. New York forces the punt and gets the ball back with just over 2.5 minutes to go. One last drive for you here. Darnold drifting back in the pocket, and he's nearly picked off. He's been missing those linebackers in the coverage all day. Dante Hightower nearly had that one. Here Darnold just deciding to take off and run. It's 3rd and 2. Handoff going to Le'Veon Bell, and Bentley meets him at the 6. It's 4th and inches. So right before the 2-minute warning, another 4th down attempt for New York, and they hand off to Trevon Wesco, the fullback, who will move the sticks. You're playing for pride at this point.
Here we go. Here we go.
Darnold deep drop. Finds Le'Veon Bell, who's upended at the 29-yard line. Nice run after the catch there. Good job holding on to the ball. As it's hurry-up offense here with under 2 minutes to go. Cover 2 looking down the middle. That ball plays perfectly where Griffin drops it. The heavy hit by Adrian Phillips, but still that's one you want your tight end to make. And maybe if that ball gets there just a little bit sooner, that is a catch, as that one's nearly picked off. Dante Hightower again in coverage. Josh Jackson getting some reps here with the game essentially over. Darnold rolling to his right. On the move, well out the back of the end zone. Sam Darnold has just... that's enough for this one. It was not a good game. We only gave up 275 yards of offense to the Patriots, but we had 4 turnovers and just did not play well on offense. We couldn't sustain drives. We couldn't get into manageable 3rd downs very much. We took a lot of sacks. Sam Darnold was off the mark all day today. So under the lights, Monday Night Football, it's a 27-3 loss. I was pretty high on Sam Darnold coming into this game. I liked a lot of the throws I saw him make last game. Now I'm not so sure. 15-32. Some of those were drops, but a lot of them were misfires. I will take credit for the interceptions. Most of those were on me. One of them, the defender, made a really good play on the ball, but most of it, you could see I was just not seeing the linebackers super well when they drop back into coverage. And that's just something that I, as a player, have problems with sometimes. Ryan Griffin had 3 drops, man. He impressed me in practice over the week, but did not translate to good gameplay. Our offensive line is probably the weakest part of this football team. Mekhi Becton's really struggled. George Fant had a rough game today. Even Ryan Griffin got charged with a sack. C.J. Mosley is head and shoulders the best player on our defense in 20 total tackles today. Jordan Jenkins with 3 sacks. That's nice to see. In terms of pass rush, we didn't really have that. We had 5 sacks total today, which is really nice. And that really took the onus off of our secondary to try and make plays. We're still not contesting a lot of balls, but we are at least forcing some quicker throws and some more manageable 3rd downs. So final is 27-6. We did kick one more field goal today, but we're just 3 of 12 for 3rd down. Lost a turnover battle quite badly. So on to the next game, they say. It's going to be week 8 next week. I decided to put Le'Veon Bell and Steve McClendon on the trade block just to see what we might get for them. There's a couple of offers I'm considering for Steve McClendon. Le'Veon Bell, I'm less committed to move on from. He's not in the last year of his contract. He's only 27 years old, and this season might be a wash, but he could be a very good running back. And it's really, I think, the offensive line that's holding him back so far. So I'm not really considering any of these offers so far. For Le'Veon Bell, I think we're going to hold on to him right now. A lot of people are interested. There's definitely a lot of interest, but nothing I see as a win or anything. Jordan Jenkins got AFC Defensive Player of the Week. I kind of disagree with that. I thought a couple of New England players played better. They had Jawad Bentley get a couple picks, and Dietrich Wise had 3 sacks as well, but we got development for Jordan Jenkins, so that's good, or the upgrade, I should say. Here's some stats. Sam Darnold with 3 picks today. Le'Veon Bell isn't really getting running. Jamison Crowder's our best pass catcher, but the offensive line has just really struggled. Mekhi Becton with 9 sacks allowed in 6 games. George Fant has 7 sacks allowed in 6 games. But that being said, our defense again did play pretty well today. I don't pin the loss on them. It was our offense shooting ourselves in the foot repeatedly with bad field position, lots of turnovers and stuff that really didn't put them in the hole. Next week, it's the mustache himself, Gardner Minshew, and the Jacksonville Jaguars. This is a team that I could see us beating. They're like us, kind of devoid of talent, although they do have more playmakers, such as Josh Allen, at various parts of their defense. So DJ Chark scares me from a matchup perspective. He's 6'4" and he's got 94 speed. So we started 0-6. Pretty convincing losses the last couple of weeks, but we've got 4 games coming up here against the Jaguars, the Dolphins, the Washington football team, and the Giants, which I think are winnable. They're kind of bottom tier teams like us, and especially like teams like the Dolphins and the football team are struggling to win games this year. So let me know what you guys think in the comments, and I will catch you guys next time. Thank you so much for watching. Have a good one.